It was interesting. I worked in India for 10 years, and we were doing things on the physical level, but we didn't do anything to change their heart. We saw no people come to Christ. In India, I had introduced chickens to villages, white leghorn chickens, because they had in their villages just these little old, what we call banty chickens that would give maybe 6 or 8 eggs a month, and they were very little chickens, not very much meat, and we'd introduce the white leghorns, and I could go into a village where they'd have numbers of eggs, and people would bring them to me and they said, we have enough eggs to sell, enough to eat for ourselves, and this is one of the things that we were encouraging them to do for their health reasons. And but then along would come a religious holiday, and I'd go out to the same village and not a single white chicken. And I'd say, what happened? Was there a disease or hawks that would kill them? Oh no, we sacrificed those to our Hindu gods, and because they were the best thing we had. And there were several things like this that, you know, they depended and were so tied in with their Hinduism and their sacrifice to their Hindu gods and all, appeasing an angry God. And it just held the people back. And I looked back and I thought, oh, we had a chance to bring the gospel to them, but we didn't bring the gospel to them. And we were more concerned with their physical needs without the spiritual needs. When we went to this village, it was the Lura, the mayor, who greeted us and invited us to have lunch with him. And he had a huge house in the middle of the village. All the other houses were small shacks, practically. And while we were having lunch, he said, Mr. Rosedale, I understand you're an agriculturalist. And I said, well, that's my background. And he said, he brought out a piece of paper, and it was covered with, it was a list of things. He says, Mr. Rosedale, our farmers are really hurting. They aren't getting good crops. They're not doing well. The people of our village have many needs. One of the needs is the school that's almost fallen down. The government has taken the teachers away. Can you get money from America to help us rebuild the school? And I said, Pak Lura, this is where I was trained from in Campus Crusade. Have you ever made the wonderful discovery of knowing Jesus Christ personally? He said, no, I'm a Muslim. And I said, could we just explain to you briefly what it means to be a Christian and how to know Jesus Christ? And so right there, we shared the Javanese 4 spiritual laws, the first person I think we ever shared it with. And he prayed to receive Christ. And then right after the lunch, we went to the home where the Christians were meeting. Now this was about 15 minutes after he prayed to receive Christ. And he got up and he said, I've been the head of this village for many years, and my father was before me. But he said, today I invited God to come into my life through Jesus Christ. And he says, with God's help, I really desire to be a better leader. So he finished his testimony and I finished, and then I told the mayor, I said, I can't help you with money, but possibly this government official can start some help with you. And we introduced him, and then I left. And I never saw him I've never seen him again. But a year later, a person came into Jakarta, where we were, and I said, whatever happened to this man, this Lura in this village? And he said, that Lura became a completely new person, different person. He took the initiative to get the help for farmers. He got loans for them. He got the men organized together. They got together and repaired the school, and the government sent teachers back in. And he was in charge of building the church. They had the men built a church in the community. And, you know, it's a completely new life for this Lura. Here, we changed the man's heart and just brought a new life to him. He changed the village. and it was exciting.